Alright, so setting up the GPR, the first thing we do, we've got to get the cart ready. Coming close so you can see. So you need to remove the handle, which is tucked in here. This slots into the there, and then there's a little button in here which is sometimes a little stiff. That's got it. There we go. Alright. Then pull this pin and rotate the base for the monitor. And then we'll lower these latches and lower the tray for the antenna to sit on. Two at the front and one latch at the back. Okay. And then we'll put the antenna in. Which looks like this. Slide that in, that. Good. And this is here is the fibre optics, but we'll do that last. Okay. Next thing to do is in the small case. Is to attach this, which is the I guess the control unit, you might call it, which sits in there. But then there are two nuts which go in the sides, which lock this in place. One, and this side's always a little bit fiddly. That's got it. Two. Okay. Then, the next thing I like to do is pop the screen on, which looks like this, with the button on the bottom right. So if you put it on there, you then need to loosen off these screws on the underside so that it can slide down. And usually I like to leave a gap between the bar and the thing so you can plug cords in, because there's a few cords that need to go into the base of that. Okay, now some batteries. These two batteries, one goes into the control thingy-bob, so match up the thing with the pins and go end in first like that. It locks and then you can just click like that. Same thing down here. Again, match up the pins here, base in first like that, and then push and click. Good. So final battery to go in is this black one. If you unzip the top, and then there's these little twisty tabs, which if you look in here, it slots inside like that, and then you just twist these to vertical, and that keeps it in place. That can be zipped up again, and that just sits there like that. Alright, now, a few cords to go in. These two here. This one here is the computer cord, which runs from here, which is COM, computer. Clicks in like that. And then it comes into the base of this. That's the USB into this one under here, which is a little bit tight because I've put this probably a little too far back. That's got it, there we go. Then, this one here is the power cable for the monitor. It's got the 4 pins, I'm not sure if you can see that, and it's got red dots on the top, which signifies the top side of the thing. So if you come around here, you'll see there's two 12-volt ports, red to the sky and in, and then this comes up round to here, and it goes on this side actually. Again, red to the sky, like that. Then I usually just grab this strap and strap the cords up so they don't dangle about everywhere. Maybe pull that one in a little bit more. Like that. Okay. And then the last cord to go in is this here. Comes from the wheel, which is recording our distance, and that goes into this little one here which says wheel, like a VGA sort of cable for a computer monitor. Just do that up. That's good. Okay, and then in the field, we can put this in the car as one unit, and in the field we can, I'll show you how to connect up the optical fibre cables and set up the monitor ready to go to record some data. So that's it for now. Okay, so now we're in the field, we can do the final connect up and power up. So what I usually do is power up from the bottom to the top, and then I connect the fibre optics last of all. So if the button for this is just behind here, but you don't need to see that, it's alright, it's just under here. Press that on, and these two red lights will come on, like that. And we can power on this one, which is here, and these lights will come on, and you should have two lights flashing like that, R and T. Then up here you can power the monitor on, like so, and get some text and that. Okay, this is our home screen. This is our battery indicator. So there's two black bars, they look like one, but when they'll go down separately, which are the batteries for the antenna battery and the controller receiver battery. and this here is the recognize the antenna. So you should have a 1 there, which means he's referring to, if you come around here, it's this one here. It's referring to it's receiving from this opto module, which is in slot A. Okay, now when we connect up the fibre optic, this is the most sensitive part of the whole operation. There's a little carabiner clip which we unclip off this here first, and then the first thing you must always do is connect that to this metal bar that comes around here. That way, if anything pulls on that, any sticks or anything catches on that, it's not going to yank on the actual fibre optics connections, which will ruin the connections. So you can pull this out, you can put that aside. Now, this one we don't need, this other sort of VGA style thing. What we need is these 3 here. They're labelled R, T and D, which refer to the D, R and T here. So I usually start with the bottom, T, so off with the yellow cap, put that somewhere safe, and then off with this black cap. You'll see the white fibre optic exposed there. Now if you're looking closely on this, there's actually a little notch on the very top. I don't know if you can see that, but that faces, there's a little slot in the top of this circular cylindrical entry point here, which goes, it slots into that. They match up. You push in until it won't push anymore, and then you grab the outside piece, push down and twist clockwise, and that locks it on. So let's do the next one. So we've got R for the next one, so off with the yellow cap, put that somewhere safe, off with the black, and then again find the little notch on the top, line that up with the slot in top of the cylinder, slide in until it won't go any further, push the case thing down and rotate to the right, and that locks it on again. Last one, D, off with the yellow cap, off with the black cap, line up the slot with the notch, push it in, twist clockwise. Done. These will keep very safe in a bag. I'm going to put it in something safe. I'm going to put it in my pocket for the minute. Now if you come around here, on this we want to go to 2D project, which brings us into this screen, and then we want to go to the settings button. Now, as you can see, this is our trace up here. We've got slot A, which is the slot A on there. Measure, yes. A, which is good, we're measuring with slot A. Antenna, 250 MHz shielded, which is what we've got, which is correct. Time window, at the moment that's set to almost 20 meters, which is good. That's what we want to see on the screen. We want to see 0 to 20 on our vertical scale. Velocity, 100 millimeters a second. We've got acquisition mode, wheel, and wheel type is cart, which is this cart. Point interval is every 20 centimeters. We're taking a reading every time the cart moves forward 20 centimeters. It'll take a reading from the antenna. Source master. If we go to signal parameters, what we want to do here is do a signal search, which will match up the red line on the trace diagram to the first sort of wave of the pulse of the signal. And then we want to go to the sampling frequency, which should be 15 times whatever the antenna you're using is. So in this case, we're using a 250 MHz, so 15 times 250 is 3,750, and the closest we can get to that is probably that one there, 3596, which is great, so that's all good. Medium, max time window is medium, auto stack is on, that's all good. and then save and exit. And then after we've done that, we're ready to go. We can go back down to save, hit save, and then we're ready to go up to new, and we can start recording. Before you stop that, when we start recording, a file number will come up here which you need to record. It's the file that will be stored. Velocity is here, antenna, and channel A11, which is our slot A in channel 1. So that's all good.